reps, the topic I would like to address with Elena is having a fitness buddy. Like, I remember when I used to go to the gym on my own, I always had like machine envy, or I'd have upper arm envy by looking at everybody, and it didn't necessarily motivate me. And then I found working out at home on my own, I was fine, except there's a big mirror there, and every time I looked around, a scowl-faced bitch was staring at me, and I discovered it was me. So that wasn't working either. But I find working out with Elena, number one, I love seeing her, but number two, it kind of keeps me on track and focused. What do you have to say?
So this is what I like to refer to as accountability. So accountability in your strength training or your fitness routine in general is very, very beneficial. I think whether it's having a friend to go to the gym with, right, and you both schedule it in your calendar, so it's like an appointment, and you're both there to hold each other accountable. Because sometimes if it's just you, you might negotiate with yourself to try to get out of it,
Like
right?
Dad did.
Exactly. But if you have someone that you know is holding you accountable to be there with them, then you're more likely to want to go to the gym. I also think, working with a trainer or a coach, if you have the means to do so, is really helpful, because not only will you have that accountability, and a lot of times there's the investment portion, which is really, really important, right? My mom invests in my time, so I want to make sure I'm invested in our time together. I'm always invested in our time together, but especially now. And so I think that's an important part of accountability, right? And maybe you're the type of person that you do need to, put something in it in order to ensure that you go. And once you make it a habit, then it's a little bit easier to go off on your own. But also when you're working with a trainer or a coach, they can also guide you in the right direction. So they can ensure that you're doing things properly. But there's a lot of different forms of accountability. Sometimes people join Facebook groups and everyone maybe posts a sweaty selfie. Right? So you have to find what works for you. But I think the beautiful thing about getting into a gym or getting into strength training is also the community part that comes with it. So find yourself some accountability, whether that's...
I got mine.
I'm with her. But find yourself some accountability, because it is a lot easier to do something when you're held accountable to it.
Stay well.